Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Old Time Rock and Roll. I'm your host, David Tare, where I've been featuring my personal top 3,000 songs of the rock era from 1954 to 1999. And today I'm up to song number 2590, and that one is Walk On by Dionne Warwick. This is one of many, many hits by Dionne Warwick. Hugely successful entertainer, as I'm sure you guys all know. I'll get into her later, but this song was one of her first. It was released in 1964. It went to number six. And anyway, I think it's a good song. It was released on her album called "Make Way for Dionne Warwick." And, like most of her songs, it was written by a very famous songwriting team, Burt Bacharach and Hal David. Burt Bacharach, I believe, wrote the lyrics, and Hal David wrote the music, as they did with most of their songs. Had a lot of big hits in the 60s and 70s. I'm sure you guys know a lot of them because some very popular songs, a lot of which were done by Dionne Warwick. Um, anyway, and here's a picture of Dionne Warwick kind of early on. She's had a very, very long career. She actually started in I think 1955, and she was born in 1940. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about. Well, I guess yeah. I guess first I want to say a little bit about the song. Not a whole lot to say about it. I mean, it's a song about heartbreak. I guess her ex boyfriend left her and broke her heart, and she doesn't want to see him anymore. Says, if you see me walking down the street, just walk on by. I don't really want to deal with you anymore. You've already broken my heart. You're out of my life. And I can understand the feeling. I'm sure most people who've had a breakup don't want to get, see the person they've broke up with, or a lot of them don't. So that's what the song's about. And I think she does a really good job singing. She had a beautiful voice, I think. And anyway, so now I guess I'll talk about her. So she was born in East Orange, New Jersey in 1940. And like I said, she was not just a singer, she was a singer and an actress and a TV host. And she's been musically active since 1955. So she's had a very, very long career, 70 years so far. Yeah, now I'm just gonna go through her hits. She had dozens of hits, dozens and dozens of hits. It's gonna take me a while to go through all of them, so just bear with me. So her first hit was in 1962, was called "Don't Make Me Over." That one went to number 21. In 1963, she had "This Empty Place," which went to 84. "Make the Music Play," which went to 81. And her first top 10, "Anyone Who Had a Heart," which went to number 8. In 1964, she had the one I'm featured today, "Walk On By," which went to number 6. Later that year, she had "You'll Never Get to Heaven If You Break My Heart," which went to number 34, and "Reach Out for Me," which went to number 20. In 1965, she had "Who Can I Turn To," which went to 62. "You Can Have Him," which went to 75. "Here I Am," which went to 65. And "Looking with My Eyes," which went to 64. And also "Are You There with Another Girl," which went to 39. In 1966, she had "Message to Michael," which went to number 8. I'm going to pause for a minute. There was a lot of jokes about her. I think you guys know that she became a self-proclaimed psychic. I think sometime in the 80s or 90s. I don't know if she's still doing this, but she was part of some psychic group. I don't believe in psychics myself. I think it was a scam. And there was a joke going around for a while. If she was really psychic, wouldn't she know the way to San Jose? That's one of her songs. You guys probably know that. The way to San Jose. I came up with my own joke that was kind of similar, connected with "Message to Michael." I said, why did she have to send a message to Michael? Why couldn't she just summon him with her psychic powers? I said that on AOL once, and people thought that was hilarious. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. Later that year, she had "Trains and Boats and Planes," which went to 22, and "I Just Don't Know What to Do with Myself," which went to 26, and "Another Night," which went to 49. In 1967, she had "The Beginning of Loneliness," which went to 79. and The Windows of the World, which went to 32, and I Say a Little Prayer, which went to 4. I guess that was her biggest hit so far at that point. 1968, she had the one I mentioned, Do You Know the Way to San Jose? Probably one of her best, or maybe her best known song. That went to number 10. Then later that year, she had Who Is Gonna Love Me, which went to 33, and Promises, Promises, which went to 19. I believe that was from a musical play called Promises, Promises. I think I saw that when I was a kid. I don't remember the story very well. I don't think it was a very good musical. Anyway, in 1969, she had This Girl's in Love with You, which went to number 7, and The April Fools, which went to 37, Odds and Ends, which went to 43, and You've Lost That Love and Feeling, which went to 16. That was, I believe, a number 1 for the Righteous Brothers in 1965. I'm not sure if Burt Bacharach and Hal David wrote it, but no, well, they might have. I know the record by the Righteous Brothers produced by Phil Spector. Anyway, 1970s, she had Let Me Go to Him, which went to 32. Paper Mache, which went to 43. Make It Easy on Yourself, which went to 37. And The Green Grass Starts to Grow, which went to 43. In 1971, she had Who Gets the Guy, which went to 57. Amanda, I guess it was a double hit, Amanda, and He's Moving On, which went to 83. In 1972, she had If We Only Had Love, which went to 84. In 1974, she had her first number 1 along with the Spinners. It was called Then Came You. Um, Another interesting piece of trivia. She added an E to her last name in 1974. I'm not sure why she did that. I learned this a long time ago. I guess she was seeing a fortune teller herself at that time, and her fortune teller advisor had an E to last name. But it didn't help her because she had a terrible year that year. I mean, that was like her low point of her life, from what I hear. But she did have a number 1, her only number 1 up to that point, along with the Spinners, and it was the only number 1 for the Spinners. I think they never even had another one after that. Dionne Warwick actually did. I'll get to that in a little minute. But in 1975, she had Once You Hit the Road, which went to 79. In 1979, she had I'll Never Love This Way Again, which went to number 5, and Deja Vu, which went to 15. In 1980, she had After You, which went to 65. No Night So Long, which went to 33. And Easy Love, which went to 62. In 1981, she had Some Changes Are for Good, which went to 65. In 1982, she had Friends in Love, which went to 38, and Heartbreaker, which went to 10. In 1983, she had Take the Short Way Home, which went to 41, and How Many Times Can We Say Goodbye, which went to 27. In 1985, she had her second number 1, and this was along with Elton John, Gladys Knight, and Stevie Wonder. It was called That's What Friends Are For. I think it was also released as Dionne and Friends. And I believe this song was for charity. I think the proceeds went to fighting AIDS, as I recall. And it is a very pretty song. I remember it. They all do a really good job singing it. Um, and then 1986, she had Whisper in the Dark, which went to 72. In 1987, she had Love Power, which went to 12. That was along with Jeffrey Osborne. And then she had Reservations for Two, which went to 62. Finally, in 1998, she had a version of What the World Needs Now Is Love that went to 87. I believe the original was by Jackie DeShannon from 1965. Very pretty song. Anyway, those were the hits for Dionne Warwick. Like I said, very, very prolific artist and a very excellent singer. And that concludes my feature on Walk On by Dionne Warwick. Thank you for watching. You guys rock, and I'll see you next time. Bye.